Have you ever wondered where Nigeria's hidden billionaires come from? Beyond Lagos and Abuja, deep in the heart of Igboland, lie towns where wealth speaks loudly through sprawling mansions, thriving businesses, and powerful legacies. Today, we journey inside Nnewi, Enugwu, and Oba, 3 towns with some of the richest sons and daughters of the East. Mastery of crafts laid the foundation for their industrial spirits, which lives on today. Modern Nnewi boasts of successful professionals, business moguls, and a diaspora community that has invested heavily in their homeland. Behind the quiet streets are palatial homes,
wood carving, but the most developed and most popular of these crafts were blacksmithing. In fact, the Nnewi people were so good in blacksmithing that they were referred to as Nnewi, that is, gun makers. They made all the varied iron tools which the Igbos needed in their home and farm, in war and in peace, for rituals and ceremonies. There is an Igbo adage that says, there is nothing a blacksmith is asked to forge that he cannot forge. They had access to trade routes. They were not molested in any way but traveled and traded extensively throughout Igboland and manufacturing various articles, including what the Nnewi people called Nwalanga, small needle, Igodo, padlock, Ekwigwe, iron tripod stand, and others. Nnewi people are the descendants of Eshi. However, the Igbo idiom Kamgbeshi classified this claim. Nnewi, therefore, is an autochthonous community which claims origin from the present place of habitation, having settled in their present location in about 17th century, 100 AD. A close unification of Nnewi people and Aros dates back to the time of slave trade, Igbo. It is important to note that only the Aros and Nnewi traders bought and sold slaves at Abia market at Uzuakpene town, now in present-day Abia state. Imenye people, as the admirers called them, traded in beads, Indian madras, George wrappers, gunpowder, and elephant tusks. The Nnewi people are great travelers and long-distance.
Land of mansions and traders. In Anambra State sits Enugu, one of the largest towns in the region, known for its great traders and transporters. The people of Enugu built fortunes through commerce in Onitsha, Lagos, and beyond. Each festive season, the towns come alive as successful sons and daughters return home, showcasing their success through elaborate mansions and massive cultural celebrations. The famous New Yam Festival here is not just about tradition, it's also a stage where wealth and pride are openly displayed.
Enugwu community in Nsukka local government area has marked its 8th traditional annual agricultural exhibition and prize-winning competition, as well as the 2022 Onitsha festival to recognize farmers' efforts and appreciate God for a bumper harvest this year. Correspondent Emmanuel Okonkwo tells us more.
The Agric Show, held at Obumu Civic Center in Enugwu and was participated by over 200 farmers, was first observed in 2015 and annually heralds the Ewaji ceremony, which in turn is a symbol of Ndi Enugwu age-long Onitsha festival. Addressing the people shortly after inspecting the agricultural produce, the State Commissioner for Agriculture, Dr. Foster Ihejiofo, represented by his technical assistant, Mr. Ifani Nwebu, commended Enugwu leadership for such a laudable initiative, which he pointed out is worthy to be emulated by other communities in the state, and assured that the state government will continue to support farmers in the state. Traditional ruler of Enugu, Abakiliki, thanked sponsors of the initiative and encouraged people to embrace agriculture so as to minimize food scarcity, describing agriculture as part of Igbo culture and tradition. The chairman, Enugwu Agricultural Commission, Chief Jasper Okonkwo, explained that the major objective of the Enugwu Agricultural Exhibition is to reactivate and reposition the long-forgotten homestead agronomic practices, popularly known in Anambra State as Ugbo in the community, and expressed happiness that the initiative is already yielding positive results as the people now embraced farming, both crops and livestock, thereby tackling food insecurity.
Ezabodini bani ajago igelege ndalo pinje soja. Patereke yaka ozomo mawu aje buwa gasimba buneni. Ezabodini bani ajago igelege teboleke mwawenye ya.
Few towns in Nigeria have made headlines like Oba, located along the Onitsha Owerri Expressway. Oba has transformed into a real estate and entertainment hotspot. Known for its wealthy businessmen and lavish lifestyle, Oba became the talk of Nigeria after a high-profile housewarming and burial, and event shook the social media. Behind the luxury hotels and event centers lies a deeper story, a community where generations of hard work, trading, and investment in Onitsha markets have turned Oba
Abiriba.